I watched Cult of Chucky and the 2019 Child's Play remake, and I'm going to give you my spoiler-free thoughts on each film. I'm going to go over Cult of Chucky first. Confined to an asylum for the criminally insane for the past 4 years, Nika is wrongly convinced that she, not Chucky, murdered her entire family until a string of grisly deaths occur after her psychiatrist introduces a new group therapy tool, a good guy doll. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know how I feel about this film completely. I was a little confused when watching it. I read a synopsis after, so I think I better understand it now, but I did have a hard time understanding it for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I was just too tired or something. I was just a little confused. It is also important to mention that I watched 40 minutes or so of this film on the rated version before I checked to make sure, and turns out they had an unrated version, and that unrated version has some extra things. So I watched the unrated version for the rest of that time. Also, I think it was just my Fandango or my computer or something, but the resolution wasn't the best. So all that considered, here are my thoughts. The film is pretty gory. There is some actually fairly gnarly scenes that happen, so that's one thing. Of course, I watched the unrated version most of the time, so if you're watching the rated version, it's probably not as brutal. I also like the direction this film went during the last 20 minutes or so. I think those were the better parts of the film. Like, I wish there was more of that. I also say one of the characters I just couldn't take seriously. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to, but maybe I am. I don't know for sure. This character feels like they're supposed to be the heroic type. And I'm not trying to be mean to the actor or anything, but I don't know. They're not, I just can't take them seriously in this film. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. I also say that Chucky's design I felt was way better in this film. Way better than Curse of Chucky. I also don't know how I feel about this story itself. Like, it's not a bad story or anything. I just don't know if I was as interested as I was hoping I would be. I also still don't care much for the Nika character. She's just, I don't know, not my favorite character in the Child's Play franchise. Okay, I'm now going to go over my spoiler-free thoughts on Child's Play 2019, so the Child's Play remake. Karen, a single mother, gives her son Andy a buddy doll for his birthday, unaware of its more sinister nature. Okay, first off, I need to talk about the obvious. If you see pictures of this movie, you'll probably recognize that the design of Chucky, it ain't the best. It's pretty bad. But to be honest, for whatever reason, and I can't even explain it. I don't even have the answer to why it didn't bother me as much as Curse of Chucky did, even though I think it's probably a worse design, maybe. I don't know. It's a pretty bad design, but I don't know. It didn't bother me as much as I thought it would be. I also think this film has, some characters that make some pretty stupid decisions, which isn't the biggest deal. I mean, like, you could forgive some decisions. Like, obviously, if you were in this situation, or if I was in this situation, we probably wouldn't make the greatest decisions. We probably make some mistakes, obviously, but some of the things that these characters ignored, like these red flags, they probably shouldn't have ignored those. Like, it just felt like it's still not that big of a deal, but I don't think they made the greatest decisions. I also say the film has some pretty good gore. I do wish they had shown a little bit more, but I think the gore was pretty good. This film is definitely a retelling of the original Child's Play, not just some blatant copy and paste. They changed things up a lot, and I appreciate that. So honestly, those are my thoughts on these films. I have finished watching all the Child's Play movies. I haven't seen the show yet, and there's like a documentary or something. I'll probably eventually go watch the show and maybe the documentary, and I would love to know your guys' opinions. And with that, bye.